but this is all you need to run to make this offense work. We're going to call this the Power Series because it's obviously power football. We're going to have other series and other DVDs that are going to have different things, but we're going to call this one the Power Series as the base series. So run-wise, looking with the quarterback, which you saw first, he has the blast, the wham, the power, and the sweep. The halfback has the blast, the wham, and the sweep. Fullback has the wedge and the power, and then the wingback has the wham. We're going to have 4 basic pass plays, which we're going to call smash, mesh, and roll. Some of them are play action, some of them are a bunch passing game, and the other one is basically a quick pass game. And then obviously all your single wide receiver stuff. This is all you're going to need to run this offense and run from the youth level up to the high school level. This is all you're going to need to run. Now we're obviously going to give you a lot more other options to make this more potent, but basically as we're talking as a base series, this is all you need. The first play, 14 blasts, is going to be one of the best plays you got. Because basically the defense, you need to go up the middle and take away their inside. You've got to be able to shove this down their throat and get to this. And this is obviously one of the better plays because if you hit the defense here and they cannot stop your power, you're going to go right up the gut on them and really defeat them. One of the big things we have, like we talked about on the blocking, is that we're going to block the linemen first. And we're going to take those linemen into the linebackers. We're not going to care about the linebackers. We're going to block the linebackers with the backs. One of the things we had when we first started running this, teams thought, oh, we're just going to cut you, and that's going to stop your power. So one of the things we worked on is that the backs have got to get through the line. And what I found out through film study is if the back got through, the blocking back got through, then the running back got through. And there were some times where like that H-back, he's running down the field and he never blocked a soul. And it was like, man, if he would block somebody, we would really make this play better. But what I found out on some of those big plays is because he got through, the running back got right behind him, got through also. And even though he didn't block anybody, his motion of getting through the hole created the blocking scheme by just his body getting through, allowing the other running back to get through. So if they definitely cut, your guys have got to get through. Even if they jump through, like everybody's diving over the pile, then they can get through. Then the quarterback has somewhere to run, and he can bounce or he can jump over the top if he has to. But 14 blasts needs to be one of the base plays that you've got to be able to run to get the defense taking care of the middle. Because if they don't take care of the middle, you're going to pound them with this play. Now in the numbering system we're going to hear, but basically the weak side power play, which we're going to call Wham, is going to be the play that if the defense wants to overshift to your power, then you're going to come back weak side on them. So it's just power, weak. There's really no difference between the Wham and the power other than which way they're going. The power is going to go to the strong side. The Wham's going to go to the weak side. You could say, hey, why don't we just call it 15 power? Because essentially that's what it is. The reasoning I'm going with Wham is I just wanted to have the kids to understand that when we went Wham, we were going weak versus power going strong. So it's kind of splitting hairs, but it's really easy when you're calling stuff fast or if you're calling stuff in the huddle, the kids know Wham to the left, power to the right, then they get used to those types of plays. And so that's why we come up with the name. Obviously, the one back through the 5 hole, you could go a power scheming and call it the same, but we're calling it Wham. 15 Wham, though, the big thing is we're going to kick out the defensive end. The H-back is going to go through the hole, and the quarterback is going to follow him. You could take a fake step, like you were running power and then coming back, making a counter step. The thing I don't like about that is this hits quicker than that. It's really not a counter, it's a weak side power, and it's coming now. And the speed of hitting against this is going to help your team a lot better than making it a counter type play. Because the biggest reason you're going to run this is when the team overshifts and tries to match your power, you're going to come back at them with power to the weak side where you have a numbers game. Now you notice that we've brought the X down sometimes to help in the blocking scheme on a linebacker. He could also be wide, take that corner with him. You could play games with him. You can bring another tight end, and then actually you are running power to that weak side. But you've got all kinds of options you can do off of this with that. Obviously 16 powers to the power side. We're going to try to get a double team at the point of attack. You're going to kick out the defensive end, have the H-back follow through the hole, and then the quarterback go off. You can run this many different ways. We've had that where the Z-back, they put the end out wide, and we just had the Z-back turn them out, and then we went up inside. You can have the Z-back come down inside and seal off the inside. There's so many different things with that tight end wing that you can do to that edge to create different blocking schemes and power schemes that the defense has to account for. But the biggest thing is we're kicking out and getting up through the hole.